Hello, dear guys. Well, now I have a special guest, Julia Meszaros. She's an American sociologist who's been doing her research here in Ukraine. And I would like to ask her, actually, what is her research about? Because she's here, she's a lady, she is American, she's a scientist. So what are you doing?
So what am I doing? These are good questions. Well, I actually began studying the industry doing the tour situation, and now I'm looking more at the matchmaking end of this industry. I would say that there are different avenues for different wants of gentlemen. As I mentioned in the last video, if you're looking for an introduction to a country, looking for some male camaraderie while you're doing it, the tours are a great situation for you. If you're really looking for a personalized, very attentive kind of service, then the matchmaking route is more for you. What I've also noticed is that there are a lot of misconceptions about the industry in general in the US. There's a large stigma. There's this idea that the women are either scammers or victims of human trafficking. I will say the women here are not poor. They're not desperate. They are middle to upper middle class. They live a comfortable life here. They're not simply looking to get out of their country. I think a lot of misperceptions about the men are that they're awkward or that they can't get a woman in their own country. What I found is that a lot of men really try hard to find a good woman in the US, but for whatever reason, the dating market that they have in their locality, they just can't find the right woman. And so they start opening their minds to the fact that, hey, we live in a globalized world, and who says that your partner has to be within 60 miles of you? What are the chances, right? So you are expanding that vision. I also think that the immigration piece is a lot more complicated than most people realize, and that is really difficult for a lot of these women to leave their home country, learn a new language, leave their families behind. This is not an easy decision for the women. So, gentlemen, please come and be patient and recognize that not a lot of you would be willing to pack your bags, leave everything you know for love. And so if you find a lady who is willing to do that, you should really appreciate and respect how difficult that decision really is for a lot of these ladies.
And I would say that there are ladies now, especially those ladies like 47 plus,
yes,
they are inviting the guys to live in Ukraine, and the guys are actually considering it.
Well, for a guy who is retired in the US, to come live in Ukraine is not a bad choice, actually. You could live a very good life on your retirement salary here in dollars. So,
yes.
So it's something to consider, gentlemen.
Right, and in some places you can buy a house like you don't even know of such prices in America.
Yes.
It can be a great house. So,
or a beautiful flat. I was in an amazing, modern, brand new building where, you know, the apartment is $130,000, but I mean, it is beautiful.
Yeah.
Entirely modern, entirely brand new.
Right.
Exactly. So there are definitely advantages to come to Ukraine.
Well, I know, Julia, that you're going to write a book about your researches and your, studies.
Yes, I will be writing a book. I don't have a publisher as of yet, but I will, of course, let Natali know, and we will make a video and tell you gentlemen where you can find this book and what other kinds of good, interesting things tend to be in it.
Thank you. Thank you for watching us.
And
we'll
subscribe.
have more for you. Just follow us. Thank you.
Thank you.